Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? I'm back again with another episode today. Today I'm be talking about conscious hip hop. So I might say, will conscious hip hop ever be at the forefront again, ever again? You know, you know, the last couple of years, you know, I think since the early '90s when the gangster rap, the hardcore gangster rap came in the early '90s. That especially the G funk, era came in the early '90s. I think the conscious hip hop kind of lost its cool. You know, it lost its cool in the forefront as well. It wasn't really at the forefront anymore. Well, it was the G Funk era that came in that was dominating. Dr. Dre's, the Snoop Dogg's, with the Chronics, with Dog Style, all the more hardcore West Coast albums, that were dominating the early '90s, and the fourth it kind of lost because in the '80s, you had the big conscious rap, people like KS1, Big Down Productions. You had Public Enemy, for example. Here you got Paris. These guys conscious rappers. You had De La Soul as well. You had many other conscious hip hop groups. That was more conscious, more on the political side of stuff. More on the intellectual side of stuff. But that kind of lost its cool in a way. I haven't really been at the forefront since. I know there's still our conscious hip hop out there, but obviously you have to look for it, not in the mainstream. But will it ever be at the forefront ever again? That's what I'm trying to say. So conscious. So obviously conscious rap, the music inspires goes social, political, culture from the '60s to the present day. That goes back. So obviously conscious hip hop is a subgenre of hip hop. Obviously, it differs from most hip hop as it promotes awareness, social contracts, intellectual, economic, cultural issues as well, topics. That's what. So that's the thing with conscious hip hop. It's more on those side of things. Less of the partying, less of the hardcore street gutter stuff. It explains more of the conscious stuff, the political, cultural awareness, stuff like that. Also Afrocentric as well. The plot, this everyday struggles that people are facing, poverty and religion as well. So what do you guys think in the comments? Like, do you think conscious hip hop will make it the forefront again? Like, do you think that'll be the main massacre? I personally don't think it will, because who's in control of the industry, and they don't want to promote consciousness. They don't want to promote the intellectual. They don't want to promote what's really happening in this world. They don't want that. They don't want rappers who have intellectual or trying to fight against the negativity or fight against what's going on. All the government and everything, just in general in the world. They don't want to do that. They don't want to promote that. They don't want to promote that. The truth. They rather you downgrade, embarrass yourself. Don't get twisted about it. I listen to guys. I grew up listening to G-Funk, the hardcore stuff. But you need a balance, and the conscious stuff needs to get pushed aside, and they don't want to promote that. And that's the thing. That's the problem. And me, conscious, the lost his cool. Not lost his cool. I still listen to it. It's the hardcore hip hop as well. I think it lost his cool a bit. But what do you guys think in the comments as well? So also, I'm gonna read through some stuff. There's a website I got, Sound of Life. This is some of the stuff that they said, so I'll read some stuff out for you as well. So conscious rap. So this is conscious hip hop versus political hip hop. So you got conscious hip hop, you got political hip hop. So conscious rap and conscious hip hop are the two names for the same genre. And while there are some crossovers, conscious isn't the same as political. The water gets muddied because the origin story and them holds multiple commonalities. So they're actually two different things, but they always get mixed up. But actually conscious and political are actually two different things. See, this is more. This for example, Paris, Simple the Enemy. That's more of a political hip hop. Okay? Fear of Black Planet as well. It's conscious as well. It's political, but I think more on the conscious side. But it's very, these are more very political albums, political hip hop albums. These two are very political hip hop albums as well. People say conscious, but I say need a more political side. I say conscious is probably people like De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest. They're more on the conscious side of things. But they're two different. They're not the same. But they always get in between. These people confuse the two. Because the commonalities are very similar, but they're actually very different. So yeah, Nick and Doom, the key difference, the execution. Conscious and political hip hop might raise awareness of the same social turmoil or share an equal disdain for commercialism, but the message and solutions are expressed differently. So political hip hop is more likely to have a confrontational delivery and doesn't guide you delicately through the discovery process. Where conscious rap allows the listener to reach their own conscious conclusion because the focus is primarily on knowledge of self. And unlike political hip hop, conscious rap doesn't have to be overtly political. So yeah, that's the difference. So yeah, so that's the thing. So yeah, that's the difference between conscious and political hip hop. They're two different things, but it's just very similar. The comedies is very similar, but they're actually very different. A lot of people get the two, think they're the same thing, but they're actually slightly different. You know. So yeah. But anyways, so what do you guys make of these two albums here? Paris's Speaking of the Enemy and Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Panic. These two are very political albums as well. Yeah. So yeah, this came out in 1990 with Def Jam Records, obviously. 1992, Scarface Records. So yeah. What do you guys make of these two albums anyway? These are very political albums here. What do you make of these? Me, I think this is the most political album ever. You know, Black Fear of a Black Planet. One of the best albums ever. Probably the one. This is probably this one and Take a Nation. Take the Millions of Take a Nation. This one. I prefer this one though. Fear of a Black Planet though. So yeah. Beside. Welcome to the Terror Dawn is my favorite song on this one. Welcome to the Terror Dawn. And obviously you got Paris as well. I think this was more, even though it's political, but it's slightly a bit more hardcore-ish, like more aggressively politically. You know what I'm trying to say? Some of the stuff that he's saying here, you know, Paris is more like, I don't give a fuck. It's more hardcore. You can say, obviously, you got the parents who advise you stick it on there, so you can saw the swearing in there. But it's this political, but it's more hardcore political. That makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. You know, political, but a different type of political. It's conscious as well, but a mixture. Like it wasn't too. It wasn't. I don't have to explain it. Like he's more hardcore with the political. What he's talking about. The original cover had him with a I think it was a machine gun or something like that, a Mac 10 whatever. I'm not too sure. Machine gun with him, and it was him. And he had the president and the security guards in the background, and he was about to assassinate them. So you can tell that he was more of I don't give a fuck attitude, you know. You're fucking with my people, then, and he's kind of I don't give a fuck. I had enough of this shit, so I'm just gonna take it. He was more hardcore with his political stance than probably with than Public Enemy. They all like we don't want to cause any violence, but we're gonna let you know about our rights, you know. So that's the difference between these two as well. Like that, both of them. Great albums. Very good albums. And my favourite song on this one is The Days of Old. If you haven't heard that song, The Days of Old, you go and check it out. Brilliant track. Days of Old. But these are fantastic albums. Plus, political rap, conscious hip hop, will it ever get back in the forefront again? Or would you think that'll be the dominant subgenre in hip hop again? Let me know in the comment section. And reasons why you don't think it will never be political again. But let me know in the comments why it will be political. Until then, thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out. See you there. Peace.